It's about the easiest operation that we do because of that cart. I mean, the 8-row pull with the RTK and everything makes it easy, but the cart just makes it a dream. When Spudnik developed this crop cart, just with right off the same principle they use in their Eberflows, it just made so much more sense, and it's just really exceeded what we ever expected. 3 years ago, we were planting with 4 6-row planters, and we were loading them with 2 seed loaders at the end of the field, ran by a generator. And we were planting, probably averaging 175 or 80 acres a day, probably on the average. And now we plant with the cart, load with the cart, and we're probably averaging 250 a day, sometimes 300. But the great thing is nobody waits, and planters don't have to wait for each other on the end. We plant more of the field because there's less compaction at the end, and less time spent running up and down the end, and just turn around and back up and go. We load the crop cart up completely, and we can load 3 8-row planters completely. At least when we get going, and there's a little bit left in the bottom. It takes about 2 minutes each to load, and so there's hardly any wait time. There's no track on the end of the field. It's great, quick. Our big concern was, when we first got the cart, was that we needed 2 of them because it'd be too crowded in a field with 3 8-row planters. And actually, I rented a 55-acre field this year, and we got in and planted it together because it's just not crowded, because each planter would go to a third of the field, and the crop cart just adjusts to it and loads them on the end, and they're not in each other's way at all. The crop cart down has turned out so much better than I thought it would, and it's so much easier. I don't know why anybody would do it any other way if they could. My name is Kim Wahlen. I live in Aberdeen, Idaho, and I'm a potato and sugar beet wheat farmer.